All right, so welcome to another video. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at AirBNB stock. We're going to do a quick analysis of it. And after the earnings report and the release, keep in mind, these are recommendations to buy, sell, or trade anything, just my opinion. You can also check that out at the Discord channel, and you can see some of the charts and things that I post here. And you can also take a look at our website where we have some nice live classes periodically and some pre-recorded ones that you could also get more so on option trading. Okay, let's get started and take a look at AirBNB. The earnings popped. It says AirBNB beat estimates with 70% revenue growth as travel rebounds. Top estimates, yada yada yada. So it all looks good here from the earnings perspective. So if we check out kind of AirBNB, and you can see right here from the earnings side, instead of a bigger loss, they made a smaller loss. So here it is, negative point, where is it? Here it is, negative 0.28. They only did negative 0.03. So anyway, travel's rebounding, they're saying, and overall the stock's popping quite a bit because we sold off here the other day. Right now, it's going to be a much choppier market today, just with the Powell chat. We've got the Fed interest rates. They might hike 50 basis points. They might hike a whole percentage point. Who the heck knows? 5%, whatever. Point being is we've got some volatility here coming into play, and these stocks are going to whip around a little bit. So the stock's been trending kind of lower. So let's take a look at kind of what's happening. I don't really enjoy trading AirBNB a lot. There's not a lot of trend to it. It's just a little bit of a whippy area. It's not bad from a trade perspective. Like you could do like a little baby trades here and there from it, but there's no trend behind it. So when you start looking at it from this side, from a longer standpoint, you've got somewhat of a trend downward here. You've got some resistance around 180 and support around 140. So if you're looking at ranges and you're trying to buy on the dip, this could be a value buying, like nibbling opportunity right here. Like, look, earnings look good. We're kind of at the lower end. We could get back into the 180. That could be resistance right here. So it could be an interesting play. But again, this stock is a bit choppy. Like if you really look at it, like we've got a lot of chop right here around 200 right there. So here, let's redraw that again right there. And then we've got another range over here. So you could see we're right kind of in this mix and clutter. And I usually don't like trading charts like this from a trend basis. It's fine when they get like oversold and you can nibble a little bit and then you're looking for a pop, or vice versa. Like if you get a big bar up and then you're waiting for it to kind of come back down, you kind of nibble a little bit and you're waiting for a pop back down. Those kinds of trades are fine, but overall, I just don't personally enjoy these kinds of charts. But so I would say when you're looking at this one, 140 is probably the low end right here. If you want to get another trend, there's a trend right here where the stock's kind of trending to the downside. And if it breaks above that, if basically you're holding that support at 140 and you come down here and it breaks above that level, out of this trend area, then that could be a nice kind of winning opportunity for an upside move. But it usually moves quick. So here's kind of another example. It's kind of like, let's say we're trending kind of down and we're starting to break out. There's your bar to get in, and then you're kind of riding the trend, and then you're kind of out wherever, periodically you're taking it off. So if you had 100 shares, take off like 50, take off 20, take off another 20, and then the rest you could take off, once it breaks your stop, or just keep trailing it. So the same thing here is that, as you're trending kind of downward right here, okay, you're waiting for it to kind of break through at this zone. That's where you could get in. Or the other one is buy on value. So you could buy on the dip over here and set maybe a stop kind of over here, because now that's saying the stop. What does the stop tell you? It tells you you're wrong. Okay, so here you're trying to make it and work through it that way. So that's kind of the chart analysis here on AirBNB. It's not a clean one. It's not a rosy one. That's just kind of the way this chart is behaving, and the stock, it just whips around quite a bit. Maybe just because the people are not really confident in it. It's maybe more of a trading vehicle rather than an actual long investing vehicle. Similar to a lot of like apps like a Lyft or an Uber. You can see them whip down quite heavily. Like here's Lyft, here's Uber. Also reported, but big drops. So AirBNB, again, very similar. They don't own a lot of inventory. It's more of an app, and then are people traveling, and then they're making it off the app So yeah, it's a much bigger thing than a $10 ride, where Uber, or a $30 ride Uber and Lyft do. But here, you might be spending, I don't know, $2,000 or $4,000 for a weekend getaway. It could be 10,000. Everybody's different, but it just depends where you're going and so on. And then they're taking a cut off of that. So anyway, it's still app based, and it's a much larger chunk. So this stock is worth a little more, but still kind of an app based. So this has me a little bit concerned that here's kind of your support. And if we can't hold this and we break down, this could be kind of nasty. But overall, I don't know, these apps, they might be bought out sometime in the future by some bigger company like Google or something, and then they own like an Airbnb and integrate it some different way. So anyway, those are a few levels. Here's another one descending that you could watch for a possible pop or break. But if you're looking shorter term, you're just looking at this downward trend here. Watch for a possible pop and then support around 140. So anyways, that's just my take on it. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for joining me. Enjoy the rest of the week ahead, and I will see you next time.